President Trump would have lost the election without his help.
Their relationship exploding in front of the world.
Elon Musk say, if you do baby, you say I'm going to sorry, you be home in
Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Bible said, na edu baby no. There was a Pharaoh who knew no Joseph. The Sabbath area and the microphone back from Abraham. Woman named Hawa, and a romance, a boat from about walk, no one channel, and beat the bomb them dangerous.
He was one of Donald Trump's most prominent campaign supporters.
Trump is about to get a betrayal. So when he'll be impeached with the BBC. Wow. Now go against him from the next month.
John, Elon Musk has just agreed with a user on social media that President Trump should be impeached.
So Donald Trump and you careful. Now you're one man if you all the way to 11. Go see the birthday. This man or next man is either they impeach him or will be on home betray him.
Continue to follow another breaking news story. The war of words still ramping up between President Trump and Elon Musk. The two of them going back and forth.
Unraveling of a bromance, real time.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised.
From the next month, so Donald Trump and you careful. It's either they impeach him or will be on home betray him. By 2027, from Ayaka.
Hello guys, my name is Trevor Nixon as usual, and welcome back to the Zoe Podcast. There is one thing that I want to talk about, but the video referencing that I want to show you guys, I've been looking for the video, I've not found it. Yet the video existed. And I saw this video like months ago. Look, the feud that is happening between Trump and Elon Musk have been prophesied accurately by Prophet Amoako Atta. I've been looking that there was like tons of videos during the end of 2024, during the campaign period and all of that, a lot of videos. And I heard watch the man talk about this coming feud between Trump and Elon. And I was like, okay, it is not happening now. And I just ignored. Now it is happening. I don't think he himself would even remember. That is Prophet Amoako Atta. And Prophet Amoako Atta is an international prophet from Ghana. He's very forensic. He's having like a track record of prophecies in regards to Trump. And, Trump in the past, that is way back when he, came into office. And then now, like assassination attack is having. 2025 market crash has come to an end, and you've heard it here first. Trump tariffs have caused an uncertainty on the market. This is the right time for investors to jump in. Now, XPX, that is XMP 500, dropped 21%. NAS 100 dropped 27%. UK 100 dropped 16%. US 30, best 30 performing companies, right, in the United States dropped 20%. BTC, I predicted, is going to hit 75K. It even dropped to 74,000 and some few pennies there, right? Now, this is a time. The elites have taken profit. The market has gone down during uncertainty with Trump tariffs. This is a time that we have set into an accumulation phase. You want to invest into the forex market, the synthetic, space. You want to invest into the crypto market. You want to do forex. You want to do stocks. You don't know how to do it. Join the financial market masterclass with Trader Nixon, and I'll show you how to do it like a pro. All of those prophecies on the man. But this particular prophecy was a full conversation when he went on radio and they were talking. Sometimes on radio, these presenters don't pay attention. They just have some of them just have their interest. And the man was talking. After he was done even talking, the presenter on that subject, the presenter didn't even say much because it wasn't in his interest. As much as myself, when I was watching the video, I was like, no, it's about the election. It's not about feud. So I was like, no, let it be. I want to focus on the election now. Now I'm looking for the video. I can't find it. Prophet Amoako said, look, there's going to be a feud between Trump and Elon Musk. Mind you, if you don't know, quick reminder, the reason why Elon joined, some of the reasons why Elon joined Trump to campaign and all of that is, one, because Elon had an issue with his son. And his son is like an LGBTQ guy. He lost his son in that particular association, I'll put it this way. And, when Elon is narrating the story, if you don't take care, you will even weep, you cry. That's what I mean. And all of those things happened during the tenure, heavily during the tenure of the Democrats. I think, Trump belongs to Republicans. Sometimes I even mistake one for the other, right? So, Elon says, look, these guys have promoted LGBTQ nonsense for a very long time, influencing a lot of Americans, influencing even Elon's son. The guy is totally damaged. Elon barely hears of the son. They don't really talk, like they are far apart. That's what I mean to say. Now, aside that, a lot of things are the reasons. Like, there are many reasons for Elon, but I want to cut things short. Elon joining hands with Trump. Elon came on board. Look, when it comes to politics, everybody is having their goal. Everybody is having their intentions. That is it. Because that is why it is politics. Your policies, my policies. You understand what I mean to say? So, never blame Elon yet. Don't say anything bad about Elon yet. Don't say anything bad about Elon yet. Elon supported Trump with millions of dollars. Millions, more than hundreds of millions of dollars during Trump's campaign. And it's nice. A lot of business moguls, companies, institutions also support campaigns. We have seen it all in the United States, and it happens everywhere, almost everywhere. So Trump was like, Elon was like, let's be bad. Trump is Trump, right? Trump is Trump. And Jesus made Trump win, or God made Trump win, so that you understand, made Trump win this election. Trump won an election because of Christ Jesus. But let us not be hypocrites to denigrate the effort of individuals. You cannot go stand somewhere and say, like, for example, Trump won the elections. He won the election because he's Trump. No, when you go somewhere and say Trump won the elections, God was behind him, one, and you say because Prophet Angel prayed for Trump, he did broadcast for Trump, those kind of things. This prophet too did that for Trump. A lot of the church was praying for Trump and all of that. Now you are kind of, establishing facts here. And that's the same way when it comes to political, conversation. We can say Elon was a major influence in the. Let's be realistic. I'm not going to be biased here. Let's be realistic. Elon played a major role. Do you know the influence Elon is having? I guess you know. You already know. Much influence, big influence. Trump is having that influence, but Elon is also having his influence. I'm sure some of the swing voters were influenced by Elon. When Elon climbs the podium, do you see like the crowd, how crazy they are going? And I think even at the time, there were some Democrats who weren't like fully convicted Democrats who joined because of who joined the Republicans because of the influence of Elon. But what happened? There was a big bill. Elon's agenda is to cut expenditure. Another agenda was for Trump to invest heavily into EVs, electric vehicles. And when we are talking about electric vehicles, we are talking about what? Tesla. Mind you, Elon Musk won for the first time after the election because his net worth skyrocketed more than 10 times what he has invested into the campaign. So Elon won there, number one. Number two, Elon was looking forward for Trump to push some government investment into EVs, that is electric vehicles. And Trump is like, hold on, relax. I have my own plan. There's a big bill. It doesn't really have to do a lot with EVs. And so Elon was like, nah, F it. I'm not ready for this nonsense. We are talking about cutting expenditure. This bill is way too much. I mean, the Americans, they are kind of, their politics is just some way. When it comes to Ghana, MPP, NDC, it's very difficult for, it's very difficult, for example, Afenyo Markins to say, look, because Nana Akufo-Addo is messing up in government, I'm going to realign to NDC. It's very rare you see that in Africa. No matter how their party is messing up in government, they still want to, stay close. They still want to stay with their party. They still want to, do everything with their party, irrespective of how they are feeling. That's Africans. And we've not seen that with Elon. Elon wanted something different. And see, it's two powerhouses coming to play. But Elon is more powerful than Trump. Trump is the president of the United States. That's the truth and that's a fact. We didn't vote for Elon. We voted for Trump. That's another fact. Elon is a businessman. Elon is not a politician. Another fact built. The fact is Elon supported Trump. Another fact in there. But Elon, you are not the president. The president is the one who makes the final decisions. Pass a bill. That's all. Go through the necessary procedures. And Elon is not the full powerhouse to determine what they do. It's Trump. When Trump makes a decision, if it's an executive order, he signs and that's it. You cannot do anything about it, irrespective of your investment into the campaigning. I agree with that. But all of these things, we can talk about this and go, let me open a live session now. Everybody want to share his idea, and that would be very nice. But then, the truth of the matter, aside all of these things that I released right now, is that all of this feud that is happening now was prophesied about by Prophet Amoako Atta. And it pains me a lot because I spent a whole day looking for the video. I couldn't find it. It was way too much, a lot of videos that I will be going one by one, watching it, looking to fetch the referencing. It pains me. So wherever Prophet Amoako Atta is, I know you're talking about this, but I cannot find it. And then I'm going to talk about what Prophet Angel also spoke, about Trump in a previous broadcast. He said, look, Trump is not a bishop. There are people who like Elon, and that's in the United States, right? And that's the reason why they came in as swing voters. They voted for Trump, right? I understand that fact. But look, Trump is not a bishop. That is why, aside the fact that I posted a video earlier with what Prophet Evangel said about Trump, and Evangel was just saying, look, this guy did it, came into office, this LGBTQ nonsense, we barely hear them, right? He did it. I applaud Trump for that. You've been waiting for that every single day. When the Democrats were in power, every single day you hear something about LGBTQ. Now do you? You barely. It was just recently when one was holding LGBT banner or flag, and the Pope, the new Pope 14 or whatever, Leo, was like snubbed him or the person holding the flag and then moved on, right? It was only then that we've heard about any LGBTQ thing nationally or internationally, right? So things have changed and things are changing. But look, Trump, Elon, it's going to be very difficult for two big sharks to be in a poly tank. It can't be possible. They will chew each other. They will chew each other. I'm telling you. They will chew each other. And so what is going to happen is what happened. And like Ibrahim just said, Trump is not a bishop. He's not going to be, so those who are coming from the side of Elon, Trump is not going to be like a holy grail, something like that. Recently Trump said Ghana is not a safe place to travel to as an American, and that's total nonsense because, he's talking for his people. He was standing on business, but it's nonsense he's saying though. But then, come on, it's Trump and his people. Why? Because Ghanaians are saying we've made some policies, as a foreigner, you don't come into our country and buy gold from the locals. Ghana is the highest leading producer of gold in the whole of Africa. You don't come here and then do business illegally and go. When you want to buy gold from Ghana, you buy from the gold board. Trump says Ghana is not a safe place to travel to because of this. So you cannot hate the man. Why? What is he doing? He's speaking for his people. You understand what I mean to say? He's speaking for his people. So all of this feud has been talked about. But we are not paying attention. Some of us are not paying attention, really. Some of us are not. And Prophet Angel also said, is Elon Musk the Antichrist? Look, in this particular contest, Elon Musk is not the Antichrist. So you say, oh, maybe the things that, Trump is doing are Christ-like and Elon Musk is against. No, that's not the point. Because LGBTQ is not Christ-like and Elon is against it. You understand me? So it's kind of, there's an alignment there to, the Christians, right? The church, our, goal and objective for praying for Trump and all of that agenda that happened in the past. So Elon wasn't like against those things. He's just against it was business, grounded on business, right? And so Elon is not to be blamed maybe with the tax of maybe he's trying to play the Antichrist, gaming or games and all of that. No, that wasn't it. So that's the whole feud. I hope before I'm done editing this video, I get the referencing and put it in there. People would think it's funny, like all of the things that I'm saying, especially about Amoako, having to give a prophecy about this, right? But that's the truth. I've seen it, right? I can't just fetch it for you right now. I cannot see that's a problem with me right now. But that's all that is going on. And look, America is going to go through a lot of things. This is my final stuff, what I'm going to say. America is going to go through a lot. That's a fact. But so far, Trump has done well. It's just a matter related to business and economic growth that he's kind of going to go through a lot to fix some of the things. My name is Shadanix. I love to break down gospel messages like this. Make sure you subscribe. This is like a gospel and political stuff. I'm out.